Hey everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Still Lake Jackson. Special shout out to Jack and his mom. I know they're going through some stuff right now, so any kind of special thoughts or prayers you can send them that way. They very much appreciate it. I'm back in my little galley kitchen, and this one's going to be nice and cheap and fast and dirty. I absolutely love Indian food. Okay, just a quick story. I don't want to bore you too much, but I love a good vindaloo. I can tell you the story later if you really want me to. But yeah, I found this just a paste that works so well, and I wanted to put it on something. And I had some ravioli, brain fried, and this turned out amazing. We're going to get into it just saying. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Ring the little bell on that corner to get notifications when we do these as close to Tuesdays and Fridays as possible. And also, there's a link down the doobly-doo over on this side that's got our link for our merch, which I'm not wearing right now, mostly because I'm just wearing my new T-Villain shirt, which I thought was fun. So, let's get into it. Food stuff first. I'm starving. That's why I'm talking so fast. Let's get into the food. Alright, this one's relatively easy and very small stuff. So you're going to need this frozen ravioli. You got the cheese stuff. I'm trying to get some proper ravioli, but it fits our budget. You want some garlic and half an onion. We're going to use half of it. Garlic, as much as you're going to want, 4 to 5 is what I try. Now you get some tomato sauce. Now I got the ones with the Italian herbs. You don't have to do that. You can just get the sauce. It's definitely up to you. And then this is the important bit. You got to find this Vindaloo spicy paste, alright? They make, the same company does a like a simmer sauce for the korma and stuff, but I could only find the Vindaloo spicy paste, and it's really hard to find in most of the stores here. I had to find it at H-E-B or whatever. And it's tomato based, so I'm going to cut it with the sauce instead of water. I still want it super thick. Somebody said add curry. I'm not doing that because the Vindaloo's enough. And then Parmesan cheese if you want, just to top it because it's pasta. And a little bit of butter if you have non-stick pans. If you have non-stick pans, you should be fine. But yeah, I want to try this with the korma stuff. I think that'd be cool with the simmer sauce, but this is a completely different thing. So get you some water, about 5 quarts, enough to just fit the frozen raviolis in, but you want to turn that up and get it to a boil, okay? While we're going to do that, we're going to mess with our vegetables here. We're only going to use half this onion. It's really wide. And then our garlic, I think we're only going to use 4, but they're relatively good sized garlic things. So remember to pull them off here and get the skins off. I had an ex that just threw in the whole garlic clove with the skin on in a pasta dish once. It was not good. So yeah, be sure to get that. I usually do that off screen, but some people have been asking. So onion, again, just cut off, the head there or the root on the other side, and then just cut it as close to half as down the middle there. I think I used about 2/3 of an onion on this one, but it was this weird champagne shape. Be sure to get all this skin. Again, this is a lot of stuff I usually do off screen, but I was trying to pat it out a little bit. So make sure that those are nice and peeled and set aside. Get you a nice sharp knife. Shout out to Andy, thank you very much for the giant knife to cut up garlic. Watch your fingers here. Now I'm doing this, I sped it up, but you got to be careful with the end of your fingers here, okay? I know it's going to make people nervous watching me do this because I speed it up, but just cut your garlic down to bit-sized as you can. I don't mind big pieces of garlic just because I'm a garlic fanatic, and it keeps the mosquitoes off me. And there, just shout out to people in Texas. Just rub garlic on yourself and hope you have a significant other that understands. So get that nice and cut down. Now your onion, you're going to grab it by the big side and cut the small side inward. Again, thanks to Squire Mary for pointing this out, because I was always going to do it the hard way, and it's hard to hold the small part of the onion while you're cutting from the big side. Again, be very, very careful with your fingers. Do it slow and safe instead of fast. All right, just don't be in a hurry to do this. Remember, if you find more extra skin and stuff on here, be very careful. Just go ahead and pull that skin off. The papery parts just won't break down properly. So I stack these back up as well as I can, spin you around your cutting board, and then that nice sharp knife, just go ahead and cut it lengthways and widthways. It's round, so just pick a side, man. It doesn't have to be perfect. Most of this is going to cook down really well anyway, so you don't have to worry about it much. The only thing you really have to worry is while you're cutting it. So, again, just cut it and spin it. Somebody told me that, like, hey, you keep moving the onion instead of the cutting board and just wasting onion, so I figured I'd try it this way. Seemed to work out pretty well. So cut it lengthwise and then widthwise, and then just set it to the side, and we're going to get our pan in here. Get you a decent sized medium pan here. You want to put it on about medium high. Now this is doesn't have the non-stick coating. It's just straight metal. Like this one has the non-stick. So when I do that, I use about half a tablespoon of butter and put it in here to help get these cooking down. The non-stick stuff, usually the water and stuff that comes out of your garlic and onion is enough to keep it lubricated and keep it from sticking, but I'm always worried about it. So I add that in there. Go ahead, and once it's melted, add your onion and then your garlic. I don't know why I did it separately. You could just kind of throw it all in there together. Get you a nice wooden spoon if you got it, or whatever spatula. I'm not really going to be picky, but you can get like a bundle of bamboo spoons for like $1 at the dollar store. Amazing. And you can get 2 or 3 of them there, and these work amazing for this cooking stuff. You just got to be sure to clean them between each one because they're porous and you don't want grossness in there, okay? So mix this around, break up the big pieces. Once it starts wilting a bit here, see how it's the onion's starting to yellow a bit more and it's not as firm as it is. I don't want to cook it down and just caramelize it, but when it just starts to break down is when I like to add my sauces for it. I love fresh vegetables. You can use canned and dried stuff all day long, but it's not going to have the same flavor, I swear. So go ahead and add your tomato sauce. Try to get as much of it as you can as you will. I cut out the part where I raked it with a spoon just for Jack. And then your paste. It's a paste, so you're going to have to use a spoon. So scrape that entire jar into there. Again, this is one of those ones that is amazing flavored, but while you're cooking it, it does not look appetizing. I'm not going to say what it looks like, but yeah, go ahead and stir that around. Now remember that paste is going to be really thick and everything else is going to be a little bit watery, so you just keep stirring it around. Break it up. Do it nice, slow in these small circles. That way you're not just flopping big bunch of sauce around and splattering everywhere. Again, medium to medium low. You don't want it too high. You don't want to scald your sauce, especially in these sticky pans or whatever. Once your water's boiling a little bit, go ahead and add that frozen ravioli in there and then bring it back to a boil. Shouldn't take but a minute or two. But that's a lot of frozen stuff. You just stopped into a lot of hot stuff, so be very careful with the splash, okay? So once it's boiled up, we're going to put it into one of the other sauces here. So now simmer this. You want to turn it all the way down, and you want it to simmer for about 10 minutes or so, just at as low as possible. Once your ravioli comes to a decent boil, let it boil for 4 minutes, and then we're going to pull it out, okay? They're going to grow. They're going to get all shrinky-dink on you and go the opposite direction here and swell up like any kind of pasta. So just strain them. Don't have to rinse them. Just strain them, put them over there. Now you can add your ravioli to your sauce or your sauce to the ravioli. I prefer to move the sauce, mostly because it doesn't splatter as much. So we've been boiled those, got those done, had this simmered for 10 minutes. Just go ahead and scrape it in here. Again, I tried to get as much as I could with here. I needed my my trusty rubber spatula, but I just couldn't find it. I think it was in the dishwasher. Now, stir this up a little bit. Be very careful because you don't want to just rip open the ravioli and stuff in it and have it stir. So just give it a nice, gentle stir, as gentle as possible. And make sure that you know, like I said, I like to leave the sauce really thick, so make sure it gets everything coated, and then you're ready to serve, period. So yeah, you can add the shredded Parmesan cheese on here, or just the crumble stuff. It works pretty well. This is great. I am an absolute lover of the Vindaloo sauce in general. Just heads up, it is going to be spicy. If you didn't know that, that's where I had heard it from. I had watched Red Dwarf most of my life, and they'd always talked about it and how spicy it was. So I had to try it when I went to my first restaurant. And if you want me to tell you that story, I will absolutely do another video and just explain that and how it made me look silly on a date. But yeah, this is great. It dries relatively quickly because it's pasta and it's still warm, so the Vindaloo stuff will dry out. So I don't know how well it holds up for meal prep. I used this for like 3 meals. It held up really well. Just covered it in the fridge, but like I said, it was kind of dry on the top, so be careful when you're doing that. But yeah, this is great. Try it. If you do it differently, let me know. I really want to revisit this with the other kinds of sauces available in this line.
And there you have it, folks. Cheese ravioli vindaloo. You gotta try it. I want to try it with the korma and the chicken tikka masala. So that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna try to make my own raviolis with ground lamb because I don't know if it's gonna fit in the budget because lamb is expensive. But if you do it differently, want to see us do it differently, you ever heard of anybody doing it? Let me know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. I think I found something that nobody else tried because it's cheese and vindaloo. So. You can also find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're at all those that live between Paycheck's Kitchen. You can also find me on Instagram, where we had I had to shorten it down over there to Living Between. We had to put it short over there. But I'm also me, Osway Nerdy. I'm on all those, including Twitter for now, talking nerd stuff and action figures mostly, and TikTok. But I haven't been on there in a while because I've been stupid busy. But yeah, let me know. I'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna go eat some more of this Vindaloo.